When the page loads, any surveys already created will be displayed along with their name, date it was created, the ownership scope, and if published or not. They'll also have the menu with the option to update. So that will take us into the survey to update the details. We can quickly duplicate it or delete as required. Only published surveys will be available in the access journey. So even though you've created the survey, because it's not published, it won't appear, so it won't be presented to the customer. So let's create a new survey. Clicking on the Create New Surveys button, we need to give it a name. So I'm going to call this Training Survey. And our ownership level, because we're at venue level, we only have the one option. So I'll click OK. So it takes us into the survey. And as you can see, on the left hand side we have the survey questions. On the right hand side we have the survey settings. At the top we've got the Return to Library button. We're able to preview the survey. We can publish. And we can save. Now the survey questions, you can see here it tells you the maximum of 4, and the first one's been added in for you. So you can see question 1. In here we can type the question itself. We have a maximum of 98 characters. So I'm just going to call this one question 1. On the right hand side we have answer type, and as you can see here we've got ratings, and with ratings you can either have stars, so mark it from 1 through to 5 stars, or circles from a rating from 1 to 5. You then have multiple choice. Multiple choice, you can have up to 5 multiple choice answers. And with text box, nothing will appear here, but you'll have a free-form text box available for the user to input their response. So going back onto ratings, I'm going to keep it on stars for the first one, and then I'm going to click Add Question. I'm going to scroll down. I'm going to call this one Question 2. I'm going to keep it as ratings, but I'm going to put it as circles. And I'm going to add another question. This time I'm going to make it multiple choice. As you can see with the multiple choice, you just click Add Choice. So you would put in here the responses you want the user to give. And as you can see, once you get to 5, you cannot add any more. But on the right hand side, we do have the delete button if you do want to delete any of the inputs. Finally then, for the question 4, we'll keep this as a text box. Scrolling back up to the top, we have our 4 questions now. On the right hand side, under settings, the first area is survey, so we can add to this, edit it as required. We've then got survey introduction text, and again, maximum character count of 92. So this will be presented to the user explaining what the survey is regarding, or what kind of responses you require. And then finally you have the option here to opt out of survey. So turning this option on will allow the user to skip the survey rather than having to fill it in. And once published, this will be presented to the user within the access journey, so as they're authenticating at the venue. So back up to the top, I'm going to save, and then I'm going to click the preview button, and that's opened up an additional tab, and this is presented to us the survey as the end user will see. So because I turned the option to skip it on, you can see it appears at the top. We've then got the question 1, which was stars, question 2, which was a rating of 1 to 5, question 3 was our multiple choice, and question 4 is just a free-form text box. At the bottom you have the submit button, and at the top, as I said, we had the skip. Clicking back, we can now click publish, and this is just advising, because you are publishing it, you're making it available to use in an access journey, but it will no longer be able to make any changes. So it's just asking you to confirm you wish to complete and publish the survey now. I'll say yes. It takes us back into the library. As you can see now, our training survey, the date it was created, ownership scope, the fact that it's published, and now with the menu, no edit button, but we do have duplicate and delete still. And if I jump into an access journey, click into here and jump onto micro survey, click on this drop down, you can see there's my training survey. Once I select it, it will load it up as we saw in the preview window. Once published to an AP or to a venue, this will be presented to the user as they go through the authentication process. So let's now have a look how they're actually displayed within the portal itself. So clicking into the micro survey report, as you can see, there's my training survey. It's telling me that there's been no recipients as yet because I've already just created it. So clicking into the view full report will show me the questions I've created, but obviously have no responses. Now I'm currently at venue level. If I just jump up to company level, so once at company level, you can see we've actually got 3 surveys. So there's my training one at venue level, but we have one that's already been sent out, and as you can see, it's telling me we've had 27 participants. So if I now click on the view full report, you can see now we've actually got some data in here. So at the top, 27 participants, 24 responses received, 3. So if we click into view full report, you see it gives us our name of the survey at the top, the ability to return back to the library, the ability to download. So clicking onto here, you can see we can either download as PDF or a CSV. In this example, if I just select PDF, the PDF will load at the bottom. Opening that up, and as you can see, there's our survey results, and now with the ability to download or print off as required. At the top, it's telling me we've had 27 participants, 24 responses received, 3 opted out, so we give the opt-out option in there so they can skip, and then it gives us our questions. So there's our question 1, and there's the relevant responses. So you can see here 8.3% gave it 1 star, so that's 2 users, and then hovering over each will give you a breakdown on what response you got. So that was for question 1. We'll have the same for question 2. For question 3, we have multiple choice, so as you can see, whatever the user selected, and scrolling to the bottom with the open text one, you can see any responses. We're able to scroll through here. To make it slightly easier for us to view, we can click the view button, and that will open up a separate window allowing us to scroll through each of these. Clicking return to library. When our survey goes out to users, this will start to populate, and again the same with the other surveys as well.